accredited and privately owned. It's in Silang, Cavite. Inireklamo po sa akin to dahil yung mga bata na nandoon ay nakakapagpuslit ng alak, sigarilyo, at marami pa mga kabalastugan na nangyari. May mga sexual abuse pa na nangyari doon sa loob, at we're talking about minors 13 to 16 years old. And we told the DOH about this, and we were informed by the DOH na na-issue na ito ng cease and desist order after we let them know about the complaint. But we did call the Lifeline Rehabilitation Center. Sabi nila, we're open for service still. And we have a video to show, Mr. President. Can we show a video of that?
Para mapaayos yung anak namin, yung pala nilulugmok palalo doon. So ang goal ko po is malagay siya sa safe na lugar, humingi ng tulong sa professionals and facilities like that. And then, nitong huli, ko na lang nalaman na exposed pala yung residents sa mga ganong vices.
5 months po wala po kami electric fan doon. Sa floor lang po kami natutulog. Pag nag-complain kami, say may surot yung bed, ang sasabihin lang namin ay kami yung tunay na surot dahil daw sa mga kasalanan namin. And then every day we would be reminded na mga adik kami, mga hudas, demonyo, malalande, yun yung mga tinatawag sa amin.
Other than yung nabanggit ko, ay meron ding na nangyayari sa mga minors. Merong 13 years old and 16 years old na abused sexually.
Nakakalungkot naman po yung video na pinalabas nyo, Senator Tulfo. I'm checking now with DOH. Ang sabi nila is aware sila dito at na-issuehan daw ito ng cease and desist order. But
Correct. That's correct, Mr. President.
okay, and then, but sadly, Mr. President, this is an accredited facility. So, ibabalik ko ngayon dun kay Senate President, dalawa lang yung private na accredited. So, isa ba to sa dalawa lang? Dalawa na nga lang yung accredited, nagkaganito pa yung isa.
Is that one of the accredited?
Well, I remember kasi they said dalawa lang yung accredited. E di,
Na
isa
private.
to, na private.
What is this one?
Lifeline Rehabilitation Center, Mr.
Is it
President.
accredited
It is accredited by the DOH.
by the
Mr. President.
DOH?
Privately owned. Licensed and accredited by
That's
the DOH.
horrible.
It is, and I was asking, Mr. President, how long is the validity of the accreditation? Because, syempre, ang gusto natin, yung maayos na accreditation, pero yung assured tayo na ma-maintain yung, yung quality.
3 years daw.
And it's 3 years. But, I was just listening to the very short video na sinasabihan sila na ganito kayo. Hindi naman ganun yata ang rehab. Hindi naman yata ganyan magpa-rehab. And sadly, I'll add to the discussion. I'm actually reading a book which I'm happy to share with all of you about a scam so big in the United States na very similar na yung mga home for the aged at iba pang mga residential home, isa ang may-ari. Talagang pinagkakitaan lang. Like the service was horrible, the treatment for the residents was really bad. Hanggang sa na ganun din, na-investigate, tapos nakulong, tapos pinardon ni Trump. So apparently gimmick po to, and the book that I'm reading says that unfortunately itong mga hoodlums, mga mafia, they follow where there's a lot of money. So wherever there are government support, diyan sila pumapasok para I'm not saying I don't know. Wala naman yatang natatanggap na government support, pero pera ng pamilya yan, nakakaawa talaga. So, liwanagin ko, Mr. President, about the accreditation. Yung binasa ko kanina, and I remember now, I said, dalawa yung accredited ng PhilHealth. Kaya makakatanggap sila nung 10,000 na funding from PhilHealth. But for DOH, 62 are accredited. So this is one of the 62. Pwede bang pabalikan natin? Wag na natin antayin na mag-request si Senator Tulfo. Pwede bang silipin natin lahat itong 62? Hindi naman siguro ganun kahirap na puntahan nito.
Thank you,
Para
Madam
siguraduhin
Sponsor.
natin na wala nang ibang makadanas ng ganito. Na nalukluk na nga sa drugs, tapos baka ngayon nadagdagan pa ng mga mental health problems tong mga to aside from other addictions.
May response.
Pinapakita lang po sa akin ng staff ko if the senator or the other senators want to see. May response pa pala yung lifeline. No? Pero
They're coordinating, they go down
the usual, coordinating, investigating. Pero the fact na nangyari to, ibig sabihin, walang supervision, di ba? Dun sa staffing na nandun.
Correct. At walang monitoring din, Mr.
Yeah,
President.
baka iniwan lang yan baka nagpa-accredit, may doktor, may manager, tapos iniwan na lang sa
findings po.
May findings po tayo. Ang findings ng DOH ba to?
Yes po.
Ang findings ng DOH is that the center has an authorized bed capacity of 35, but they have admitted 68. The facility also housed psychiatric patients together with drug dependents, which is not allowed. And there is not enough staff complement, no registered social worker, no full-time nurses. The minimum standard staff-patient ratio for psychologists or psychometrician, social worker, and nurse is supposed to be 1:25. Mataas na nga yun one health official to 25, and yet kulang pa sila. So, ibig sabihin dun sa 68, hindi sila nakadalawa? Ganon? Parang malala. And then, yung manual of operations nila was not even present in the facility. It was in the custody daw of the owner. And the facility was found to be unkept with foul odor, and the living condition of the patients seemed to be unpleasant. So,
Okay.
confirm po lahat nung sinabi.
See,
Mr. President.
who investigated and found that?
DOH investigated and issued a cease and desist order.
Do you have a team that monitors all these rehabilitation centers?
They do random checking. Ilan ang nagche-check?
Random
Kasi baka
checking.
pwede nating dagdagan yung PS, di ba?
Yes, not only that, perhaps what we can recommend is that you coordinate with the Dangerous Drugs Board and the Philippine Drug Enforcement Agency that a team monitor all the 52 rehabilitation centers accredited by the DOH. And as a matter of fact, all the other rehabilitation centers, as much as possible, they may be able to monitor them. That is the reason that during my time we closed down, I think, 3 rehabilitation centers because they were using a multidisciplinary system, which is not allowed, which should not be allowed. No? So, dapat yan, we should ask the DOH and the DDB.
Noted, Mr. President. We will
Thank
ask the DOH to also give us an update once they have discussed with Dangerous Drug Board and perhaps enter into, wag na natin pahabain, doesn't have to be, too technical, but the bottom line is we want you to coordinate with DDB to ensure regular visits and ocular inspections of these facilities.
Yes, and as much as possible, the only allowed systems should be the faith-based, the 12 Steps Minnesota model, or perhaps eclectic, but never multidisciplinary system. I think you should be monitoring that. Ito ang klase ng sinasabi ni Senator Tulfo na nangyayari dyan sa Lifeline. Ibang klase yan. Ibang klase yan. Wala ako nakikita dyan dun sa mga system na tama na dapat sinusunod ng rehabilitation center.
Noted, Mr. President. We'll ask them to give us a report also on what is the system being adhered to by the different centers para nakikita din po natin. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. President. So for the meantime, what is the plan of the DOH with this Lifeline Rehabilitation Center since they have flagged it with so many violations, tad-tad na tad-tad, ika nga ng mga violations. So nag-issue ng cease and desist order, pero tumawag po kami kanina, tumatanggap pa rin daw sila ng mga residente.
Yes, Mr.
Ang mga
President.
male patients.
Mr. President, as mentioned, there's a cease and desist order, so they have to stop. They have to. Wala na silang license to operate, Mr. President. So, Mr. President, they have already informed PIDEA, and it's PIDEA that will enforce the closure, and they will work with them on the rehoming, if I may call it that, of the patients here, Mr. President.
Thank you, Mr. President. So, may expect po natin, maybe next week, sarado na po ito, Mr. President, and the PIDEA will be the agency who will shut this down once and for all? Or involved din natin yung BPLO, Business Permit Licensing Office, sa lugar na yon para kasama yung PIDEA, para kadinahan yung pito na yun once and for all, kasama din PNP para kung magbatigas, magbukas ulit, kasuhan yung may-ari ng rehabilitation center, Mr. President.
The answer is yes, Mr. President. Kailangan mapasaran na ito. Pero they are waiting for PIDEA. So siguro while we are still in the budget period, we can in fact initiate. We can also call PIDEA and find out what's taking them. Mr. Senate President, a week ago na nila nasabihan si PIDEA, and they are awaiting the action of PIDEA.
Okay, thank you, Mr.
They'll be here tomorrow.
Perfect.
For their budget. I understand. It's their budget time tomorrow. We can find out. Just for the record, you know, the number one and most ideal rehabilitation center here in the Philippines is the one being run by government, the Bikutan Rehabilitation Center. Last time I heard, it's still the best. It uses therapeutic community and faith-based system. So I think they should be followed by the other rehabilitation centers.
Yes, Mr. President. I think very familiar dyan si Senator Alan kasi binibisita niya lahat ng mga centers na yan pag birthday niya.
Okay.
Alan yung sa Bikutan na rehab center. Nabanggit ni Senate President that it is one of the best, and I said you're probably more familiar with it because you really visit.
Yeah. Mr.
Those
President, just to Senator Tulfo.
Senator Tulfo has the floor.
Yeah. With your permission, no?
granted, Mr.
The staff there are really dedicated, and contrary to popular belief that the Duterte administration was all patayin nyo, hulihin yung mga yan, they spent money on it. But believe it or not, pati yung kalye lang doon na 5 million, 3 million, I'll use the word insertion, but it's actually an amendment. So hindi lahat ng insertion masama. But ang problema, Mr. President, ayaw namin umalis doon kasi convenient. But it's a model for other places, but I don't know why we never replicated it. And I think talagang kulang na kulang ang support nila. But if I'd really like to invite the two Senator Tulfos and our colleagues and SP, yung pag nakita nyo doon yung kasi pag tinignan nyo yung jail, magagalit kayo kasi punong-puno, kulang ng pagkain and everything. No? Yung Metro Manila Integrated Jail, Taguig City Jail, and yung high value doon sa Camp Bagong Diwa. But if you look at the facilities at how they make it work in the drug rehab, but Senator Tulfo, minsan kung talagang pwede kang pumunta, 10, 11-year-old na stunted na rin kasi 6, 7, 8 years old na sa kalye na, nagra-rugby na. So pag nakita mo, kala mo talaga 6, 7 pero 11 years old na. Meron talagang but if there's one thing that we can say na independently magaling, yung rehab na yun na nasa Bikutan. I think they have land na rin sa Tagaytay
Tagaytay is run by the NBI.
NBI.
Pero as I said, hindi Bikutan. When I became senator in 1992, we used to have the CDF, the Countrywide Development Fund, and most of my CDF were spent for the rehabilitation centers. Did you know that the Bikutan Rehabilitation Center in 1992, the food allowance is 17 pesos a day for each patient? I had to double, triple it so that they will be able to eat well. And as a matter of fact, there was a time that they were sending me the menu for the week to prove that they were using the money that I forwarded to them or used for them. So they're still the best, So congratulations, the Bikutan Rehab Center, and I think it should be the pattern of all the other rehabilitation centers.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Mr.
Proceed.
President. Two more questions. Siguro wala nang magsingit.
Huwag na natin payagan, Mr. President. Akong bahala.
Okay. In 2022 and 2024, I've raised the issues of bullying in hospitals. In ngayong budget hearing ng DOH, ay issue pa rin po ito, Mr. President. Marami pa rin nagreklamo sa akin dahil sila ay nabubuli o kaya may abuse of authority ang kanilang mga supervisor. Last year, I asked for a list of hospitals that recorded incidents of bullying, and I have not received any list yet. But I will transmit to the DOH list of complaints and complainants after my interpolation. So ako na po magbibigay. But for the meantime, ito po yung mga ospital na meron pong nangyaring talamak na bullying. National Children's Hospital, San Lazaro Hospital, National Center for Mental Health, DOH, Health Facilities and Service Regulatory Bureau. Andito po yung reklamo, andito po yung pangalan ng mga complainant, andito po yung pangalan ng mga inireklamo. And these are the actual complaints, and we will give it to you, Mr. President. And
Mr. President, our situation is this. According to DOH, they followed up on all the list of complaints that His Honor had received. But unfortunately, the complainants did not want to follow up. So I think we still can do more because syempre natatakot yun magsalita, di ba? Especially kung na-publicize yung kanilang complaint. Kasi the fact that natatakot sila mag-pursue doesn't mean it doesn't exist. That means they're scared.
that's the reason why I'm not mentioning their name today.
Yes, Mr. President.
Tonight, Mr. President.
Yes.
And I'm giving it straight to the DOH for them to study it
Yes.
and verify the veracity of the complaint, Mr. President.
May administrative order na daw ang Secretary on anti-bullying sa mga hospitals. Pero I think what we have to do, if I may also recommend to the department, is a reorientation. Kasi, sorry not to, pero ang pagkakaalam ko kasi, medyo may culture din na ganyan sa mga ospital minsan na seniority ng mga doktor, seniority ng kung sino man. Kung ako, naririnig ko yon at hindi naman ako doktor, wala naman akong, well, may kamag-anak ko na doktor, pero di naman ako naka-standby sa ospital. Alam natin yan, na may ganon. So, I think beyond an administrative order, you have to have a reorientation and change in the culture, Mr. President. Thank you.
Thank you. And last na po ito, Mr. President, leptospirosis cases surged to 117 in Cebu Province. The Cebu Provincial Health Office reported on Sunday that leptospirosis cases in the province have reached 117 as of November 20, with 106 confirmed cases and 7 deaths reported from November 1 to November 20 alone. Public and private hospitals in Cebu have been placed on high alert as they brace for a possible influx of patients exhibiting symptoms of leptospirosis. As of November 18, the Cebu provincial government has distributed over 10,000 prophylaxis capsules to affected communities. Taiputino was on November 4. Now, ang tanong po, paano po yung mga targeted and efficient distribution na ginagawa po ng DOH ng mga gamot at mobile clinics para ma-address po itong problema ng pag-search po ng leptospirosis cases sa Cebu Province?
So, Mr. President, the distribution of the drugs for leptospirosis is based on risk. So, for example, there have been 9,989, almost 10,000 cases reported from January to November 8. And the flood exposure accounted for 55% of those cases. Nationally, the epidemic threshold has been breached from September 21 to October 25. So, meaning to say,